Hello, I'm Mike Robinson on behalf of Radio Free Ukraine. We're honored to have retired Army four-star General David Petraeus with us today to talk about the war. General Petraeus served for 37 years in the Army after graduating from the United States Military Academy at West Point in 1974. He had 6 consecutive commands, 5 of which were in combat, including command of the surge in Iraq, command of U.S. Central Command, and command of all coalition forces in Afghanistan. Following his retirement from the military, General Petraeus served as the director of the Central Intelligence Agency. He has a master's degree in public administration and a PhD from Princeton University School of Public and International Affairs. General Petraeus is a partner at KKR and chairman of the KKR Global Institute. He serves on many nonprofit boards, including the Institute for the Study of War. Welcome, General Petraeus, and thank you for joining us to share your insights about the war with the Ukrainian people.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for doing this, and thanks for your own service in uniform.
You're welcome, sir. General Petraeus, you're on the board of the Institute for the Study of War, and you regularly share insights on the current situation based upon their reports. Can you please provide a high-level situation report based upon your current perspective of the war?
Well, I think we're in a pivotal place in the war in Ukraine right now. As the listeners will know far better than you and I, in fact, Ukraine won the initial battles, the battles of Kyiv, Chernihiv, and Sumy, from which the Russians withdrew their forces after failing to take the capital, failing to topple the government, and failing to install a pro-Russian president in place of President Zelensky. They then focused their efforts on the east and southeastern parts of the country, having also failed to get even halfway to Odessa. They had wanted to go through Mykolaiv, but could not even get the 2 bridges that cross the river through Mykolaiv to get to Odessa. So that objective is also beyond their reach. The focus now again is on achieving as much additional ground as they can in southeastern Ukraine, south of Kharkiv, pushing out from the Donbass, the portions of the Donetsk and Luhansk oblasts that have been controlled over the past few years by the Russian-supported separatists, and then pushing up also from the area around Mariupol, the port city in the southeastern part of Ukraine, in which there are still defenders holding out in the huge steel complex that is right on the water in that port city. The Russians have achieved some very hard-fought gains at a very high cost to them. They have sustained very significant losses in terms of personnel, major weapon systems, vehicles, and so forth. But clearly they are still capable of carrying out very destructive missile, rocket, and bombing attacks literally throughout Ukraine, and then also bringing to bear very considerable numbers of multiple launch rocket systems and artillery to the areas that are more along the front lines. Ukraine is rushing to bring into action the enormous amount of weapons, equipment, ammunition, and so forth being provided by the United States, the UK, and other NATO and Western nations. They are bringing these assets into the front lines. And I think that over the course of the weeks that lie ahead, that we'll see the Ukrainians increase the pace of their counterattacks in the east and in the southeast. But again, this is a pivotal time with Russia trying to achieve as much progress as it can prior to the 9 May celebration of the World War II victory in Moscow, at which time Vladimir Putin would undoubtedly like to report a great success that would justify the colossal cost that he has inflicted on his country, on his military, and on Ukraine.
General Petraeus, on behalf of Radio Free Ukraine, I want to thank you for taking the time to speak directly with the Ukrainian people